Hello, everyone. Welcome to Practical English Stories. I'm so excited to have you here today. In this video, I want to share my English vocabulary learning journey with you. I'll talk about the struggles I faced when I first started learning English, the effective techniques I discovered along the way, and how I managed to remember new words more easily. If you find it hard to learn and remember English vocabulary, don't worry, you're not alone. It's something all language learners face. But trust me, with the right strategies, it can get much easier. So stick around until the end, because I'll be sharing powerful techniques that really work. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this to help you on your English learning journey. 1. The struggles I faced. When I first started. When I first started learning English, I was filled with excitement and hope. I pictured myself speaking fluently, engaging in conversations with ease. But as soon as I started learning vocabulary, I ran into a big problem. I couldn't remember the words I was learning. What I did wrong. I thought writing words down over and over again would help me remember them. But no matter how many times I wrote them, they just wouldn't stick in my mind. A frustrating experience. One day I learned 15 new words. I was feeling confident and proud. But the next day, when a friend asked me something in English, I couldn't recall even one of those words. It was so embarrassing. I started to wonder, is English too difficult for me? Am I not good at languages? But here's the thing. I didn't give up. I soon realized the problem wasn't with me. It was with the methods I was using. The traditional approach I was following just didn't work for me. So I decided to dig deeper and find better strategies to help me. 2. Discovering the right methods. As I started questioning my learning methods, I read articles, watched YouTube videos, and talked to other language learners who had been in my shoes. Eventually, I discovered some incredibly effective strategies that made a huge difference in my learning process. A. The power of repetition. At first, I thought reviewing words once or twice was enough, but then I stumbled upon the concept of spaced repetition. This method completely changed the way I learned vocabulary. Here's how I applied it. I reviewed a new word the same day I learned it. Then I reviewed it the next day. After that, I reviewed it 4 days later. Finally, I reviewed it a week later. This method helped me lock the words into my long-term memory, making them easier to recall. B. Using words in sentences. I realized repeating words alone wasn't enough. To truly internalize the words, I needed to use them in real sentences to understand how they fit into conversations. For example, with the word beautiful, I used it in different sentences. This is a beautiful day. She has a beautiful smile. Using words in context made it easier for me to remember them and made my speaking sound more natural. 3. Learning vocabulary with visuals. As I continued my journey, I started to get tired of boring word lists. That's when I discovered the power of visual learning. A. Why visuals work. Our brains are wired to remember images better than plain text. So I started associating words with images. For example, when I learned the word apple, I pictured a bright red apple. Every time I saw an apple, the word would pop into my head. B. How I used visuals. I used several methods to incorporate visuals into my learning. Labeling things around the house. I would stick labels on objects around my home, like fridge, door, and mirror. Every time I saw these objects, I would remember the English words for them. Flashcards. I created flashcards where I wrote the word on one side and drew or pasted a picture on the other side. Reviewing these cards daily was a fun game for me, and it made learning so much more enjoyable. 4. Using vocabulary in real life. Learning new words is one thing, but the true test comes when you try to use them in real-life situations. That's when the vocabulary really sticks. A. Practicing in daily life. I made it a habit to practice English throughout my day. I would talk to myself, describing what was happening around me. While walking outside, it's a sunny day today. At home, I'm cooking delicious food. This helped me get comfortable using the words in natural contexts. B. Writing simple journals. Another technique that worked well for me was writing short daily entries. I didn't worry about making mistakes. The goal was to use the new vocabulary as much as possible. For example, today was a joyful day. I met my friend and we had delicious coffee. This simple practice helped me actively use new words rather than just memorizing the 5 fun ways to learn vocabulary. Learning English doesn't have to feel like a chore. In fact, some of the most effective methods I used were also the most fun. Learning through songs. One of the best ways I learned new vocabulary was through music. I listened to my favorite English songs and tried to write down the lyrics. For example, from the song Happy, I learned words like happy, clap, and feel. Singing along made it fun and easy to remember. B. Watching movies and TV shows. Another enjoyable way to improve my vocabulary was by watching movies and TV shows with English subtitles. I would write down new words and look up their meanings. For example, I learned the word exhausted from the sentence, "I'm so exhausted today." This method not only helped my vocabulary but also improved my listening skills. 6. Motivation and tips. Staying motivated during the learning process is essential. Here are some tips that kept me going. Set small goals. Start by aiming to learn 5 new words a day. It may seem small, but these little wins add up. Be patient. Language learning takes time, and that's okay. Don't expect instant results. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Embrace them and use them as an opportunity to grow. Closing. Today, I shared my English vocabulary learning journey with you, and I hope these tips and techniques will help you as well. What are your favorite ways to learn new words? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Practical English Stories for more content like this. I'm here to support you every step of the way on your English learning journey. Remember, small steps lead to big success. Keep learning, keep practicing, and you'll see amazing progress in your English skills. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.